ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Boker Tov, good morning. We continue to work our way through Kriyat Shema Uvirchoteha, the section of the service known as the recitation of Shema and its blessings. And we are still looking at Geula, the blessing after the Shema, which celebrates divine acts of liberation in human history, best exemplified by our leaving Egypt and the parting of the Red Sea. Over the next couple of days, I'd like to focus on the best known part of this blessing, the heart of the message, which is an excerpt from the biblical song at the sea in Genesis. And it begins, as many know, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar b'kodesh. Who is like you among all the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, awesome in holiness? This morning, we're going to focus on a very, very small quirk in the biblical text, but as is true in Rabbinic Judaism, little textual, grammatical pieces give birth to amazing insights. So on the basis of this small quirk, we get an amazing story. The grammatical piece is this. The opening phrase is mi chamocha, with the ch, a chaf, the guttural ch sound. In the second line, the first phrase is the same, but it's pronounced just so slightly different. This time there is a dot or a dagesh, which makes the letter not a chaf, but a kaf. So we say mi kamocha. So the first time it's mi chamocha, and the second time it's mi kamocha. So why this slightly different Hebrew grammar between the first and second lines? Well, if you delve into the biblical Hebrew rules of grammar, there is a kind of pshat, a kind of simple explanation. But the rabbis want to go deeper, so their explanation comes by way of a story, which is a lot more interesting. For them, the absence of the dot, of the dagesh in the opening phrase, is an indication of a kind of lack, an inaction. And when the dagesh appears in the second line, it means that something has changed to move things along. And so they teach. When we got to the sea, we were paralyzed, filled with anxiety and crying out in fear. The Egyptian army was rapidly approaching from our rear guard, and we had nowhere to go forward because we were literally on the shores of the sea. There was no direction in which to go. And contrary to the movie version, in the rabbinic story, Moses raises his staff and the waters do not part. So the people cry, they complain, they weep. The Egyptians get closer and closer, and still nothing happens. At last, one man, Nachshon ben Aminadav, a chieftain of the tribe of Judah, goes forward. Tentatively at first, the water is up to his knees, and nothing happens. He steps deeper, and the water rises to his waist, and still nothing. To his neck, nothing. And finally, when he steps in and the water is just up to his nostrils, he is about to drown. And he's not sure what to do, but he takes one more deep step and one more deep breath, and the waters part. And so that little tiny dot in the kamocha of the second line reminds us of an essential truth, that we can't just wait for God to bring liberation. We have to do our part to move forward in the face of uncertainty. So let's use that to reflect on the times that we have taken big steps, on times that we have moved forward in the face of great uncertainty. There are many things like this in all of our lives, I believe. When you leave home for the first time, when you take a new job or get married, have a child, walk into that first AA meeting, forge a new friendship. Each time, it's a big step and you don't know what will follow, but you step forward anyway. So what kind of bold action do you need now in this time of global uncertainty? Where do we find the strength to be like Nachman, to move forward despite our fear? And what steps toward liberation might we take today with the hope that the Holy One will meet you and will partner with you along the way? Mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, who is like you among the gods? Who is like you, awesome in holiness? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. We'll end this morning, as usual, with the counting of the Omer. Today we are focused on Hod, on humility and on splendor, and we are looking at Malchut Shebachod, at nobility in our endurance. Rabbi Simon Jacobson writes, sovereignty is the cornerstone of endurance. Endurance that encompasses all the previous 6 qualities is a tribute and testimony to the majesty of the human spirit. Is my endurance dignified? Does it bring out the best in me? Does it give me strength in difficult times? Hayom Shmona Vesrim Yom Shehem Arba'a Shavuot LaOmer. Today is the 28th day of the Omer, which marks 4 weeks of the Omer. wishing all a good and blessed day. And please tune in tomorrow, Friday evening, for our Kabbalat Shabbat service. Our teen group will be leading us, and they will love to see you, and you get support from your joining them. Take care.